Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome to another Minecraft video. A couple weeks ago, when they did pre-release 1 for Minecraft 1.13, I made a video talking a little bit about the bark blocks. They made some changes where they took the top and bottom of the bark blocks and changed it to this kind of like chiseled wood texture, and I thought it was a bad change, not so much because I didn't like the texture itself, but more because I thought it was really strange to make that change to the bark block. Like, it kind of defeated the whole purpose of the bark block itself. And they have now released pre-release 2, and they have reverted those changes and changed the bark blocks back to their beautiful normal selves, which I am very happy about. So that is a wonderful thing. They've also added a new texture for us. So let's just grab, let's just do something like that, I guess. And then we'll just make another one right next to them using these. Well, I suppose we can just do it with these two. I should mention these textures, this kind of like darkened edges, that's my texture pack, which honestly, you know what? The professionalism. Let's just take off my texture pack, which I need to update anyway, because some of the blocks have had their block ID names changed since the last time I updated. So, but yeah, anyway, so they added a new texture as well, which is pretty cool. And it is a stripped bark block like this. And I've seen a couple people ask, like on Reddit and Twitter and stuff, what was the point of this? Why do this? Well, it's very simple. If you take actual regular logs, right, and then you do the birch one, you strip this one, and you still have the top. You strip this one, and it's that stripped texture on all sides. So they have added an additional block for us to play around with as builders, and I have a suspicion. I don't have like a secret line of communication to Mojang where they tell me, all the secret info. They don't tell me this, or, I'm not like privy to top secret Mojang secrets or anything like that. But I have a suspicion that we're going to see that chiseled wood texture that was in pre-release 1. I have a feeling we're going to see that come out as a separate block, which is awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. And that's exactly what made the most sense to me, why they added it. I actually kind of have a little bit of a suspicion that it was actually a mistake, like something that was unintentional, that they didn't intend to have it be part of the bark block texture, that it was meant to be its own separate thing. So I have a feeling we're going to see that be reverted and changed back. We'll probably get a chiseled, I have a feeling it'll probably be called like chiseled wood, because it kind of resembles like the pattern on chiseled quartz a little bit. It's kind of like that, but it's for bark blocks. So I have a feeling we'll get that. And I also have a little bit of a suspicion that we're probably going to see 1.13, maybe even within the next week or two. I actually have a very strong suspicion that it's probably going to come out Thursday of next week, because that's when I'm leaving for Too Many Games, which is a convention in Philadelphia, and it's just my luck that that 1.13 would come out when I'm not home. It's Murphy's Law, of course. But I don't know. I have a feeling we'll be seeing 1.13 within the next couple weeks, if I had to make a guess. Hard to say for sure. But I did want to make kind of like this little follow-up video and basically just say, good job, Mojang. Thank you for listening to your player base and reverting those textures. I know a lot of people, myself included, are very happy about that. And I'm also actually really excited about the stripped bark blocks. I think that's a really cool change as well. And I'm always in favor of getting new additional blocks to play around with. As a builder, the more the merrier. And now with the removal of the block ID limit in 1.13, keep in mind, in previous versions leading up to Minecraft 1.13, before 1.13, there was a limit to how many different types of blocks could be in the game. And that's one of the reasons that we don't have slabs and stairs for all the things, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There was a limit to how many blocks the game would actually allow you to have at once. And one of the major kind of under the hood changes that they're making with 1.13 is they are removing that block ID limit. So now they can have almost infinite blocks in the game, which means we're also probably looking at seeing a lot of additional slabs and stairs for existing blocks. Probably not in 1.13, but probably in 1.14. And, you know, as well as just additional blocks in general, new textures and other things to play around with. And I'm fully in favor of that. And I have a feeling that that kind of chiseled, I'm going to call it chiseled wood, but I have a feeling that kind of chiseled wood texture is going to be a block that we will see in the future as its own standalone block, which makes a ton of sense. They've also introduced a new crafting recipe with this update as well, with pre-release 2. You can now make packed ice. That is a lovely change. Just a really nice kind of little quality of life change. Packed ice can be a major pain to get, especially if you're playing on like a multiplayer server, because A, you often have to travel very, very far to get it in the first place, and B, if you're sharing that limited resource with everyone else on the server, those ice plane spikes biomes can disappear very, very quickly. So the fact that we now have the ability to make packed ice with crafting is great. And then on top of that, ice itself is an unlimited resource. There's plenty of designs out there where you can just make ice from water. So that's a very nice kind of little positive quality of life change as well. But I think those are really the major changes as far as pre-release 2 goes. There's a little bit, there's a lot of bug fix type stuff, and there's a lot of stuff for like the more technical side of Minecraft. I know there were some issues with like lighting and pistons and stuff like that. I really don't follow that stuff very much because I'm not, I don't consider myself to be a technical Minecraft player. So when I don't talk about those particular types of issues that affect that community, that affect the kind of technical Minecraft community, it's not because I don't think they're important issues. It's because I'm just not really knowledgeable about that stuff. It's not something that I really focus on. And therefore I'm not really qualified to speak about those types of things. But apparently in the previous version, in pre-release 1, they did something with the lighting and pistons, and it was really, really, really bad. That's kind of the extent of my knowledge. I think it was the same with slime blocks as well. And they've fixed some of those bugs. They've fixed a lot of other bugs as well. So I think we're getting pretty close to full release of 1.13 and not just pre-releases. So I'm excited about that. But honestly, this video is already longer than I wanted it to be, so I'm going to end this one here. Just wanted to make this more of an update video because I did make that video a couple weeks ago talking about the kind of chiseled wood and how it was a terrible idea. And I wanted to make this one as kind of like a, you know, a follow-up to that. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.